The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
children of all ages,
welcome to another episode of Cutting Up with your boy. You know it's me, D, in the place to be. And who I got with me today?
Oh, Elroy Jetson in the place to be, ready for blast off G.
And in the back on the 1 and 2, we got that boy C.
Murder. Ducked off.
And like we always say, like, share, comment, and cut your notifications on so you'll know when we about to cut up.
For sure.
So what to do, my boy? How's all?
It is what it is, you know. No complaint. Well, I could complain, but
they gonna stop listening. When
ain't no need. You know, I ain't finna get nobody else no more firepower to, you know, sprinkle salt.
Yeah, so we might.
But it's all good.
Ripple away, high fall. So hey, you know, it is what it is.
No more, no less.
Yes, sir. We'll jump right back into this thing, man. We gonna start it off with the upset. I want to say upset of the weekend, no doubt. I want to say upset of the year. We got the UCLA Bruins upset the number 7 Penn State by the score of 14-37 in Pasadena. After being winless in the 4 games and not even having a lead in a single game, UCLA beat the number 7 Penn State Nittany Lions. After losing 2 games in a row, where does Penn State go from here?
I mean, like, this is average for me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say average. I say it's more expectation. You know, I expect Franklin to win 10 games against 10 subpar opponents, or 10 games he's supposed to win. He'll lose the couple games he needs to win. He wins enough games to keep his job. That's what I feel.
I think it's been caught up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that at the end of the day, him playing around and not just keeping his foot on people's necks and just applying pressure, he'll take his foot off, and he always loses games that he has no business losing. Or he always just nuts up. However way you want to put it, that's James Franklin. That's just what he has been doing. I don't know why. It seems like when he was at Vanderbilt, he had more of an edge, maybe because he was at I guess you can say
he had more to prove.
More to prove, yes. You know, you go to Penn State and, you know, you pretty much got the pick of the litter when it comes to recruiting in that state. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have anybody to really rival you when it comes to getting talent. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that for years.
But it's a small market. And then, you know, I think it's a smaller market. And if you're not able to get down to the South, because if you look at it per capita, I watched a video about it a couple of weeks ago. Now, you'll have some highly touted recruits in that, you know, in that Pennsylvania area, because you got a lot of Hall of Famers from Pennsylvania, actually. Mm-hmm. But it's just a smaller amount of them. You know what I mean? Based on per capita, when you're talking Texas, Georgia, Alabama.
But D, my thing is this: like, I look at Penn State differently, all because, in my opinion, like, they, with the, you know, prestige that they have built over the years, they should be on that level where they should be able to recruit all over the country.
I just think he just piggyback on what you're saying, just nut up. I just think he had some terrible play calling sequences, especially going into the end of the first half.
Because that game shouldn't have been that close.
That's what I'm saying. So I just think that when the lights get big and the whiteout gets white, he's unable to actually perform. You know what I mean? And he's the Midwest version of the northern version of Lane Kiffin. You know what I mean?
I think he works.
He gonna get the shotgun and
he works in Lane because
he gonna jump on it.
Lane gonna nut up, but he also gonna win a game that you would think he would lose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Franklin ain't finna win.
He ain't gonna win either one of them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think he a little worse.
So, but hey, it is what it is.
No more, no less. Give me the top 25, G.
Top 25.
The new top 25 of college football.
Ohio State 1, Miami 2, Oregon 3, Ole Miss 4, Texas A&M 5, Oklahoma 6, Indiana 7, Alabama at 8, Texas Tech at 9, Georgia rounds it out at 10, LSU 11, Tennessee 12, Georgia Tech 13, Missouri 14, Michigan 15, Notre Dame 16, Illinois 17, BYU 18, Virginia 19, Vandy 20, Arizona State 21, Iowa State 22, Memphis 23, USF Bulls 24, and the Seminoles round us out at 25.
Do you have a problem with the rankings?
Not really. I think I'm fearful of Missouri being that high, but you know.
But the thing about it is everything's gonna even itself out.
Yeah, I think
starting this weekend.
You're right. You know, so I think that's actually gonna definitely play everything out.
Right.
And what the weirdest part about it, if you go back and look at the top 4 teams that we had coming into the season was Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, and Clemson. That was the top 4.
Right.
Would you think that their records would be 3-2, 3-2, 4-0, and 2-3? So we already got 7 losses between the top 4 teams. And I'm gonna tell you what that is that's the NIL. Think about it. The top 4 quarterbacks you had in wouldn't be your top 4 quarterbacks if you had a draft right now. You know what I mean? So just weird.
Very weird.
So go back to another upset. Unranked Florida Gators upset the number 9 Texas Longhorns 29-21. Archie Starchy was 16 of 29 passing, 263 yards and 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. He also had 15 rushes for 37 yards. After falling to 3-2, are the college football out of the area for the Longhorns?
No. Because I know it's going to be a tough road to try to follow, but they can win out. You know what I'm saying? And still make the playoffs. But be that as it may, I was listening to the morning show on Jocks, and they were breaking down the Florida-Texas game, and they were just basically saying that it wasn't a fair assessment both ways because Florida's team is really better than what they've been playing. Like the talent is DJ Lagway they have everything else but consistent play out of their quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I think that falls more or less back on coaching.
That might be it as well. You're not putting him in a system that he's comfortable in. But be that as it may, they were basically saying that Texas's offensive line is not what it was, and he doesn't have the athletes that he once had to play with, like Worthy, etc. So
you talking about Florida?
No.
Oh, Texas.
So they were just saying that played into the hands of Florida. This is Texas's first time going to the Swamp.
I think that was
Then you go down there. Your offensive line is shaky. Florida's defense
came and played.
That's their strong point.
They played, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like all you got to do is hope, wish, and pray that DJ Lagway has a good game to go along with what he has along with him. And, hey, they did what I thought they were going to do. I just didn't think it would be as impactful of a win as what it was, because they were in control. You know what I'm saying?
The whole time.
Yeah, they were in control. But like I say, I think Archer's getting a bad rap, and I understand now why his granddaddy said that whole pump the brakes now. He might not be doing no one and done. He might have to come back. You know what I'm saying?
I think Granddad knew one thing. And
Granddaddy knew he wasn't ready.
I'm going to just say is, if anybody looked at any of his tape, and, you know, I actually went back and looked at it after all this, man. You go back and look, man, who he was playing against, bro. He was playing like 1A, 2A ball. So, man, he was playing against cats that really wasn't dudes. Well, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he was playing in 6A, 7A, Alabama, Texas,
I think it'll
Florida,
come,
Georgia.
Because I've seen him make the plays when he had the folk around him. So, you know, I've seen him throw the precise bombs, whether it's across the middle or to the outside. I've seen him make the runs. I've seen him do every little thing, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, he had a better supporting cast around him too. So, you know, hey.
So let's just go on. Let's just try to put a quick in on this one. We was talking about them making the playoffs, right? So let's run over their schedule real quick. You got the Red River Rivalry this week.
This Saturday.
2:30. 2:30. Can they win that game?
They can.
Will they win that game?
I don't know.
All right, you got Kentucky.
I've seen better teams in that rivalry game nut up because they done got outplayed.
All thing I'm going to say is this. They may have the edge because it's at home. So,
well,
cool.
It's at an even playing field. So
I'll give them that.
It's like playing at the Iron Bowl at Legion Field. They cut it in half.
So you got Kentucky. After that, they beat Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi State, I don't know, because Mississippi State played decent, but they got their ass whooped last week by Texas A&M. Kind of got me a little shaky.
Got a different type defense.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of got me, but they can still get that. Vanderbilt, I think they on a mission to try to not to lose no more after that one. So that's gonna be the one, because think about it. Then they got to go to Georgia.
That's the most scariest team in college football right now.
You know what, bro? I think it might be Texas A&M though. I ain't gonna lie.
Because we all know what Texas A&M got.
Now you finding out a little bit more though.
Vanderbilt though. Come on, bro. Like this. Who would have ever thought that Vanderbilt would have been
undefeated?
Not undefeated, but in the prime time, big time game on college football, right. 2:30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you playing both of y'all. You had y'all two coming in undefeated,
and they beat us last year.
They beat y'all last year.
Well, I wasn't undefeated.
So, and we'll keep on picking back off of that as we keep on going right into that subject. As number 10, Alabama got their revenge against number 16 Vanderbilt at home, winning by the score of 30-14. Pavia fell short, going 21 of 36 for only 198 yards with 1 TD and 2 picks, while Ty Simpson was 23 of 31, 340 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Jam Miller also went crazy, 22 carries, 136 yards and a touchdown. Has Bama put themselves back in the mix of college football playoff conversation? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because of your quarterback play. He's not put you in bad positions. He's managed the game all right. He's put the ball in harm's way in the right time for his players to make plays. And I think they've made those plays for their quarterback down the stretch, which puts y'all in a position where you are now. Getting back healthy, getting your defense back in line with Keenan coming back, emergence of whatever number 90 is. I don't know his name. Number 90. You know what I'm saying?
D-tackle.
Right. Both of them being able to tighten up your middle of your D. I think that if you keep going like you're going,
And in all fairness, when it comes to what you said on defense, I think that my defense has gotten better because of those key positions that you just said, but I think it's even more important that I don't know their name, but I know they're both edge rushers. One might be a D and one might be a linebacker, but they both, like I say, edge rushers. Mm-hmm. One is number 41.
Right.
And one is number 42.
Okay.
And number 10 came out of nowhere. So, like, if they continue to do what they have been doing the last couple of games, because, like I said, I drank the Kool-Aid the first game with Florida State. I'm not finna drink it no more, and the reason why I can say in the face of college football, yes, but in reality, I'm not for sure yet, due to the fact that we have some hard opponents that we still have to play, and like we still, in my opinion, need to do a little bit more soul searching. I love the direction that we are heading, because if you're a fan of the game, you can see improvement since the Florida State game. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I just don't want to get too excited, because, like I said, Vanderbilt ran the ball on me in the first half of the game with no problems. Georgia ran the ball on me in the second half of the game with no problems. Georgia was able to get back in the game and make it close by running the ball, and Vanderbilt was able to jump out on us by running the ball. I'm still kind of
that fumble
iffy.
That fumble changed the game.
The fumble changed the game, and the interception was the icing on the cake right before halftime.
Yeah,
because it's more or less like that was my defense saying, "Okay, I'm here," and my offense, I feel, other than shooting themselves in the foot, we were able to move the ball. It's just we weren't consistent, and
because y'all was running the ball like crazy. You know, Jam was getting out early.
Jam made my O-line look better, because you can tell Jam is
he experienced back.
Experienced back.
You know
That's the best word for it.
He's an experienced back.
Because he knows to wait on the hole to actually open.
And you know how to hit it. You know what I'm saying? You know how to hit it.
And he knows how to set up blocks.
You know what I'm saying? So that would put
the
you
running back I like, Riley, number 28. I love him because he has two gears. He reminds me of one of those electrifying running backs like Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? Because of how he give me a little Gibbs vibe, because, you know, y'all had Gibbs. I go with Gibbs.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was like back. Because Gibbs was like in the second. But y'all never really play him like that.
But the thing about him is he's not patient like.
Yeah, he'll run through his blocks.
He's running through them. Yeah. Rather, my boy is waiting, and it's looking better because of him being patient. So, and because of him being patient and able to open up the run game as much as he has, talking about Jam Miller, is really helping out the passing attack. See, that's Alabama football. Running the rock to open up stuff and being able to stop the run.
Yeah, especially now that y'all allowing your running backs to do the rushing.
Because we all know we can name defenses that we have had where my secondary was suspect.
That's usually been the worst part of Alabama defense has been that you have a great player. You have one great player.
One good safety, one good corner.
Yeah,
everybody else suspect.
Everybody else, you just like, oh, what the hell gonna happen? But now, you know what I mean? I think that you guys have gotten a little more consistent. I'll say that as of now. I don't think you played a superior wide receiver core yet, because I don't think nobody here that you played or just got a guy just like, oh shit.
Well, this weekend here, that's why I say each week is gonna show you more and more what we have. Because this week here, I know that their running back I think he's leading the SEC in rushing yards, but I think that's more predicated to how good their passing. See, I think Missouri is really known for spreading you open and throwing the ball, and when they do run the ball, it's like a draw play and off tackle. So I don't think that would kill me, but spreading me open like that and passing it all over the field, maybe even having a quarterback that's mobile, then yes, I have problems. So I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a test.
Though, even though you're saying that they lead something. All right, let's say they play Central Arkansas.
I know the talent that they have
Kansas,
played. Understood.
Louisiana. Yeah. Now, they did play South Carolina. Then they turned back around and played UMass. So they really...
I ain't played nobody but South Carolina.
Nobody but South Carolina. And that was after... And think about it, they played them. I don't think their quarterback was playing that game.
I think he did have that concussion.
So now you're going to get to their meat, because now they got to play... They play y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play us.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Vandy. Texas
No,
A&M,
stop. There might be 3
Mississippi
losses.
State, Oklahoma, and Arkansas.
But I was mainly saying their style of play offensively. It's just gonna, like I said, it's gonna add more pressure to my defense, and it's an away game at 11 o'clock in the morning. So you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a tough game.
Cause y'all usually have like Kentucky or somebody trash at 11 o'clock, and that's the only reason y'all usually at 11 o'clock.
The good thing about it is this is our second 11 o'clock game.
You know what I'm saying?
Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
So they ought to be.
That should be your last one.
Should be.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to the last. Like I said, we'll get to the last one. I wish my boy was here. I talked to him.
You did talk to him?
Talked to him.
How you feeling?
He felt the same way I said. I just say they got started too late. And what we are speaking of, guys, so you'll know, we're talking about those Miami Hurricanes and the Tallahassee. That happened down in Tallahassee. We got Carson Beck throws for 4 touchdowns to hold off number 18, Florida State in Tallahassee, 28-22. Castellanos throws 2 picks that led to 2 Miami scoring drives and led to 2 late Miami scoring drives. Miami led it 28-3 going into the fourth quarter. The Seminoles cut the game to 28-22 with a field goal with 20 seconds left, but failed the onside kick, ending Florida State's comeback. What questions did this win answer for Miami?
I think Miami. I've always thought Miami was one of the best teams in the country.
I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't believe in Beck.
I don't know. I believe in them. I don't know if they're going to actually win a national championship, but I do think that Miami is one of the best teams in the country. And they are even harder to beat when they play in Miami this year. Like, I don't know what has happened, but I have to give all credit to Carson Beck and him just maturing as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's been played in a lot of big games at Georgia, and I think that the talent that he has in Miami might be a little more at this point in time, because I think Miami defense is equal to Georgia's defense.
I don't know,
but I think hear me out.
This year,
that's all I'm saying. This year, but I think that
I agree.
I think that going on Miami's offense this year and going on Georgia's offense the year that he was with Beck, I don't know. I'm not going to say Georgia's offense wasn't as good as Miami's, but what I'm going to say is I don't think that Kirby trusted Beck with the keys to the car without him riding in the car with him.
I don't think Georgia had the type of weapons that they had, because they just really
I didn't want to say that, but okay, I'll go with you on that.
I don't think that Beck. I think with them breaking in like Zachariah Branch from USC,
Miami has
like
more around Beck.
I think they got a little bit more around Beck for him to be able to take.
That's why I think
Beck is like Daniel Jones to me. You know what I mean? You know, kind of just being able to manage the game, throw,
just don't make no
catchable
mistake,
balls, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
That's it.
And
you're a winner.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that as long as he still does that and it can be effective running the ball, keep him in front of the chains.
It's going down.
No third and longs. That'll be good. You know what I mean?
Down.
So it'll be good.
That's my thing, man. You know.
And with it. So week 6 matchups going into next week are, you got Ohio State, number 1 Ohio State versus number 17 Illinois at 11 a.m. on Fox. Then you have number 8 Alabama versus number 14 Missouri at 11 a.m. on ABC. Will be another double TV game for me.
Roll Tide.
Then we have.
I don't know why, because both of them.
Yeah, both of them watch games. Why need to be watched? Because you never know, Illinois could run something.
I think the Alabama and Missouri game start off closer. I think Ohio State gonna go down there opening drive and score a touchdown at least the first 2-3 drives. And then they're going to go, vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, Illinois ain't got nothing.
We'll definitely see if they can run the ball.
Are they playing in Illinois?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, let me check and see. If I'm not mistaken,
now that can be a difference maker if they are in Champaign. But if they aren't in Champaign, it's not going to be close after the first kickoff, in my opinion. That's just me. I think Sam playing.
Yeah, they play in Illinois, brother.
You know, that's the whole thing. Saying is a good quarterback, but he plays better at
Well, you got the
home.
two best players in college football. You got Jeremiah Smith and my boy. I can't think of what's the safety that came from y'all. What's his name? I can't think of. I can't think of his
Because
name
you
right now.
said something, yeah.
Because I said those two players, I think they'll still be good. You know, I just think talent will win that game. Then we got number 3 Oregon at 2:30 versus number 7 Indiana, CBS.
Oh, that's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
good
be a good one too.
What time?
2:30. That's your 2:30 mid game kickoff mid time. Then you got Arkansas versus Tennessee, 3:15 SEC Network.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna
Shootout.
be pretty decent.
Nobody has defense.
Florida versus Texas A&M.
What they playing that one at? Tennessee? No.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
right.
Yeah,
And Texas A&M is playing who?
Texas A&M is Florida.
And they playing where?
Texas A&M. 6 o'clock on ESPN.
If Texas A&M lose that game, man, I don't want to hear nothing else about them.
You never know though, man. Florida playing with a different. I think they're playing with a different type of moxie right now after
It's hard to beat Texas A&M.
And just like you said, Florida got more
Aggie
talent
Land.
than what they're playing. So
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a low-scoring game because both of them have great defenses, in my opinion.
I think Texas A&M. I think it's gonna either be close or it's gonna get real ugly for one side, whether it's Florida or Texas A&M.
I think it's going to stay close because Florida has just too much.
I thought the same thing about the Florida, Texas A&M, and Mississippi State. And Mississippi State just got outplayed. They got outplayed.
But Mississippi State hadn't played nobody up until they played Texas A&M, though, for real now.
But they had done pretty good. I just
They have, and I'm not
I just thought
knocking
they
them.
was showed better. I just thought it was gonna be a closer game. Never said they would possibly win it.
Mississippi State got a nice offense, but they don't have defense. So once they
defense trash.
once they ran up on the team with defense,
It
it looked
changed.
bad on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. Then you got number 15 Michigan at unranked USC at 6:30 on NBC. And rounding it out, matchups are South Carolina versus number 11 LSU, 6:45 on the SEC Network. So, getting quarter of the season over with.
You ain't said the main game.
Who? I didn't say y'all. I said, who you talking about, y'all? Who you talking about?
Yo,
Man, I ain't even talking. That ain't no game, bro. We ain't even talking about that talk, man. Listen. All right, and what he saying to y'all, dog, he talking about Auburn and Georgia. Auburn and Georgia, that night they be on ABC, 6:30. It's gonna be a I don't know, bro.
look, man. Look, he trying to play
Retirement
modest.
of
I
Cam
respect
Jersey.
that.
Big up to my boy Cam Newton. You know
I
what
really
I'm
think
saying?
that it's
2010.
gonna be an upset. That's just
I
me.
say my score prediction is 35-24 Georgia. That's just me.
Me,
You know what
I
I'm
say
saying?
24-21 Auburn.
So we'll see. You know what I
That's-
mean? I just don't believe. And it's not that I don't believe in my
upset on
team.
Saturday.
I think we play well at home, of course, and I do think that, you know, with the hype of the Cam retirement of the jersey, and, you know, this being a game that can actually keep them, you know, viable and things like that, being a top 10 team, you know, energy gonna be high on the Plains. But how's my confidence meter between like a 1 and a 10? Like a 4.3. To be honest with you, but hey, never know, and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So. But to where I'm most confident, let's roll over to this NFL and let's talk about the blue. Let's talk about Taylor and Indiana Jones. Well, they shined again for the Colts once we destroyed the Raiders 40-6. Taylor had 17 carries, 66 yards, and 3 tutties, and Jones was 20 of 29 passing for 212 yards with 2 touchdowns. The Raiders quarterback, what's his name? I don't even know, but
Gino.
Gino.
Don't do Gino like that.
But he's gonna be on the bench why? Because he threw his league-leading 9th interception in a long.
Yeah, but they got Gino. Look, man, don't do Gino.
Question:
We
Are the Colts
know
for real? You damn right, baby. You right. We are a fumble at the goal line away from being the only undefeated team. The only. All I'm gonna say is Indiana Jones for MVP. Top 3 MVP, and I'll ask you this shortly. We'll get into that after this. My top three, and I will wait. We'll wait for those.
MVP in the NFL.
Yeah, I got my top three. We'll just wait.
I want to hear him since you done brought it up.
My top three in NFL court in no order, all quarterbacks. Shake and Bake, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Dakota Prescott.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Those are my three, baby. So, great guy. You know what I'm saying? I think all those playing crazy. So those are my three for the pickup on that one. So let's go big time Colts, man. And we'll go to the Texans, who took belt to ass to the Lamar Jackson-less Raiders 44-10 in Baltimore. C.J. Stroud threw 244 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ravens fall to 1-4 on the season, with Lamar Jackson set to miss multiple weeks with a hamstring injury. Will the Ravens even make the playoffs?
No.
You said that so quick and with such conviction, my guy.
No. Because in my opinion, I think that everybody on that team has actually given up. And reason being,
and they just traded away a defensive lineman too.
Reason being, if you pay attention, what has been going on is Baltimore went and got a lot of defensive players, but a lot of them were out.
So they signed your boy,
who?
Gardner Johnson and
CJ. Yeah. But this is the thing. All the players that they had on defense that were out hurt, Marlon Humphreys, Hamilton,
Ibaka,
the linebacker, Raekwon, all these folks that were out.
Hamilton was out.
Yeah, all these folks were supposed to been out, and they supposed to come back, and you gonna see Baltimore Raven defense, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lamar is out, but they still should be able to run the ball, play action, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, when you lose the way you lost
at home,
and everybody played but one person, like, I think, now this is just me, I understand that the Texans have a great defense, but offensively they have nothing but C.J. Stroud and whoever the running backs that they have. They got some good running backs.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about Houston.
Oh, you know they
Texans.
But you know
they got
what
two good running backs.
You know he out. Mixing out.
Okay, Mixing is out, but they still got Chubb.
Yeah,
Chubb been running hard.
He been decent because I got him on my fantasy.
And the thing about it is all they doing is play action, and because we all know CJ at his best in the shotgun.
But think about it, bro. This same quarterback last week, after taking a loss, was saying he felt old at 23. He came out in the media and said he felt. I'm like, and then
talking about CJ.
Yeah. Then you come back around and take belt to ass to Baltimore. Even though I understand he had a lot of people out, but guess like Detroit had a bunch of people out last year too, and they still managed to put some band-aids on that and keep on moving. You know, they didn't end with a huge run, but they held it together enough to make it to the playoffs. Now they lost to Washington because at that point they were just that many people out. You know what I mean? You just short-handed and you just did as much as you could. But, bro, you should never look this bad.
Now, I got a question to ask you, and I want to see if you're going to be honest.
What is?
Are the Chiefs going to make the playoffs?
After last night? I don't know.
I'll take that from you, D. I swear for God.
I don't know. Trevor Lawrence, hey,
he playing some ball up under the new coach, though, ain't he?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Last night, Trevor Lawrence, you just did your thing. Trevor Lawrence, last late game, fell off the ground, picked it up.
What do you think about that, though? Because, like, I don't give a damn what nobody say, oh, boy, took a playoff.
Who? Talking about who?
The D tackle for Kansas City, Chris Jones.
Oh, you talking about when he got
I understand that he saw the man fall. But look, he fell 2 times and got back up. You ain't heard no whistle, man. They say you play till you hear the whistle.
Nah, I ain't even gonna give it on him. I'm gonna give it to the cat who actually got his. Yes, he did. He got whoever the dude could have wrapped him up, and he came right at his hand.
No, I'm saying he didn't get touched while he was on the ground.
Yeah, right.
Now, when he got up and did what he did. Keep in mind, I understand that he's a pretty white boy with long, golden, blonde hair. But he's a big white boy that can move, too.
Yeah, he can move.
Like, he can do some things. He just ain't been doing it because of when he got that concussion. You know what I'm saying? He been chilling. But I like Sunshine, man. And I like
Sunshine
what they...
always been decent.
And I think Travis Hunter done brought another swag to that team, man. Like, they realize...
They got a second guy because the other guy couldn't do it by himself. So it definitely help you out when you're able to have a second guy.
And he's able to contribute
a little bit on
special
defense,
teams
special teams,
and
stuff like
defense.
that.
So
I think that definitely helped him out with what's his name, not Michael Thomas, but Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that assisted them in the offense, and then he'll give them a little bit of push on defense too. So I just think that they took them a little lightly on their last drive, and they allowed some plays to happen that didn't need to happen. So Kansas City, I think they still can make. I don't know, but I still think they can make the playoffs because you still got 2 more weeks before Rice get back. So once he gets back and they get fully healthy, I think that'll help them out. And
they got everybody but Rice. They healthy,
but you still throwing it to Tyron Thornton, whoever Thornton is. Come on, man.
No, they throwing the Worthy because Worthy didn't have
beating him up though, because he already had the shoulder injury from the beginning. Now he had the ankle limping last night. Yeah. So you gotta spread it out. Now Hollywood Brown been playing pretty good. Kelsey been giving him being a little bit of Kelsey. He's been giving us a little Kelsey.
I still don't think it's
enough. What I mean? I think if they get Rice back, to give a little bit more help to that defense.
Because just keep in mind right now, they in third place in their division? Behind the Chargers and the Broncos. Because the Broncos got one more win than them.
Playoff picture. If we would have stopped the playoffs now, you would have Indy, number 1. Buffalo, number 2. Pittsburgh, number 3. Chargers, 4. Jacksonville, 5. Denver, 6. New England, 7.
Told you they wouldn't make it.
All right. Then right now, if you stopped it now, you have Philly, 1. San Francisco, 2.
What?
San Francisco 2, Tampa Bay 3.
Tampa Bay and then Detroit.
No, I'm talking about based on this. Is how I got it.
I know. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, God, dog, man.
Then Detroit, Green Bay 5.
How they got San Fran up there? They hanging on by 3.
But they winning. Then you got Seattle at 6.
I ain't talking about them.
And
I can't talk about
7.
nobody. Shit.
So yeah. And then they have, if you played the playoff, if they would play the games, you'd have the 2 byes would be, of course, me and you. That's fine. That's fine.
I just want to be in the conversation, man.
All right, the wild card round would be Buffalo against New England, Pittsburgh against Broncos, Chargers versus Jacksonville. Your playoff round would be San Francisco against Minnesota, Tampa Bay against Seattle, and Detroit against Green Bay. That's only if it ended today. But get to another matchup that we've been waiting to speak on is that how the hell did the Broncos rally from a 14-point deficit to give the Eagles their first loss of the season 21-17 in Philly? Bo Nix led the Broncos on 3 scoring drives in the fourth quarter and converted on a 2-point conversion to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Hurts was 23 of 38 passing for 280 yards with 2 touchdowns. The Eagles had 15 yards total in the fourth quarter. What led to the Eagles' late game collapse?
First and foremost, I didn't want to talk about this shit, but we will talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to try to hold my composure and not get stupid. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. You feel me? Like, I'm serious. I'm look, D, I was at the barber shop, man. Look, if it wasn't for my boy, if it wasn't for Price, I was finna start crying, man. On my mama, I was finna hey, man, that's on everything I love, man. On my grandma's soul, I was finna start, look, it started rolling, man. It started rolling now, I'm serious. But what happened? What happened was the inconsistency. I like seriously though, D. Real talk.
Okay.
My dad said he wasn't gonna even call me until Monday because he knew better. But look, now, like, it bit us in the ass what we've been doing all year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not playing a full game or full quarter football. You know what I'm saying? Just only playing for a half. You got by against Dallas. You got by against the Rams. You got by against Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It didn't work. It didn't work because we couldn't never get in a groove. We couldn't get in a groove defensively because offensively we went 3 and out so many different times. And let's just be real. We have an offensive coordinator who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He does not have experience. This is his first time calling plays. So in all due fairness, we have to be respectful of him and the job that he is trying to do, because we have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. And for us to just be 4-1, that's a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. A.J. Brown spooked the shit out of not only the OC, but he spooked the shit out of Nick Sirianni. And it's like now he's crying and bitching about, hey, I want the ball more. Look, we understand that you're a good player. We understand that you had just helped us win in a spectacular manner against the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to keep in mind, like, you still in a game where you can only take what the defense gives you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to force feed anything. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that he was getting doubled and sometimes triple teamed when we played this past weekend. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna get that.
It happened against Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But we were able to get the W. But he actually spooked them to the point where they felt, okay, we need to please not only AJ, but we need to please Dallas Goedert, and we need to please Devontae Smith and my boy Dobbs, because all of them can be contributors, and I understand what they mean by what they're saying, because yes, we do run the ball well, but right now we're facing teams thus far this season where they're stacking 8 to 10 people in the box. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're sending them all. Sometimes they're dropping back, and it's tough to play that way every week. You know what I'm saying? But we had no continuity offensively whatsoever, and we have no identity. And now that you are screaming that, yeah, we need to pass the ball more, now it's like, okay, instead of trying to do 60-40 or 50-50, we went all the way 80-20. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, Saquon only had rushing the ball. He had 5 carries for 30 yards.
In the whole game?
Yes, sir. Now, he got his attempts when it came to touches, but they were throwing the ball to him. And his touchdown that he had was out the back, a little swing pass. Yeah, he was 6 for 30. I'm sorry, I said 5. But he was 6 for 30. He averaged 5 and some change a carry.
That's unexcusable, bro.
When you have a 17-3 lead, you still have to run the ball to try to milk the clock. So at the end of the day, G, you had an offensive lineman that got hurt, and you got an offensive lineman that's playing hurt, and you're trying to throw the ball more to please wide receivers. Like, you keep in mind that the person throughout this whole ordeal that's getting fucked is Jalen. Because if you look at what's going on, all the blame is getting pointed at him.
That's quarterback, though. That's going to be quarterback.
I understand that, but my thing is, if you look at the film, like AJ, the up and out that he ran, the out and up that he ran, he didn't even run full speed. And when Jalen threw the ball to him, he wasn't expecting it. And instead of it being a touchdown, it looked like, oh, Jalen overthrew him. No, look at the tape. He didn't even come out the break full speed. He came out slow, He came out slow, you know what I'm saying? And still had the man beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, run your route full speed. See, the problem I have with it is how he handled it. You go and hold a team meeting. You know what I'm saying? And say what you got to say offensively to the OC and the head coach. because Jalen is only going on what they say do. You know what I'm saying? 2, it's like, bro, you got to have more continuity. Like Saquon can be bitching too. You know what I'm saying? Like Saquon is a vocal point and a very special individual when it comes to what we're trying to do. Like I think this team here that has been built to the point where everybody is supposed to eat.
But if you're not putting the plate, if you're not properly fixing the plates, it's gonna be somebody gonna starve, and it's gonna be the team.
Right. And you're right about that. That's why it goes back to what you said about coaching. Hopefully, I can feel better about things because they said that AJ, Jalen, and Saquon had a meeting today, either before practice or after practice, and I want to say before practice for a couple of hours. And they said it was heartfelt. They ironed out some things where it's like, okay, we just finna just do this thing and everybody gonna contribute. Stop just crying, looking at your numbers. Like, but then again, this is something that you have to think about, and I want to ask you about this here. In today's football, it seems that it's easier to win championships. No, in today's sports, it seems like it's easier to win championships when you have a good team, right? Mm-hmm. But when you have a good team and everybody has to contribute and eat, which one is the most important depends on how the team is going to go, in my opinion. So, be that as it may, are you looking to get a whole bunch of Super Bowls and being known as one of the best franchises known to man? Or do you say, okay, I'm content with the Super Bowl I got. Thank you, it's cool. I wish I can get 1 or 2 more, but I still want to get them numbers to say that I was the best at my position while I played. Because, see, you can't have both.
Yeah, you can have both. You can't. It's hard to get both, but it's hard, but you can. But it has to be a dedicated sacrifice for everybody to do so. Because the numbers will come.
Everybody that contributed to them 49ers and them Cowboy teams
got the numbers.
No, got the Super Bowl.
Tell me, a superstar didn't get them numbers.
All of them ain't got that jacket. Not all of them. See,
Troy Aikman
got
jacket.
the big 3 got it. But I'm just saying,
Troy Aikman, Johnston,
what you call Moose Johnson winning the Hawk? He got a jacket.
Yeah.
Alvin Harper.
I don't know about Harper, but that line.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point,
got
though.
it. I think Woodson got one. So what's the boy? I think Charles Haler went in for you know what I'm saying. A lot of those cats who play, a lot of them got the reward. It just took a while.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It just takes time. That's like, think about it. Think about how long it took for Dallas to get even back from where they drafted Troy Aikman, drafted him, how long it took him.
I got you.
It just takes time. And I think that what happened with y'all, it happened so fast. And how it happened so fast, now everybody's used to it being, hey, we're on top. We're those guys. Like him, like A.J. Brown, like I'm that guy. You know what I mean? And I think with the change of the OC, that changed the vibe in the wide receiver room, in the offensive meeting rooms. So now instead of knowing how, where, and when I'm gonna get the ball, now we're trying to figure this out. You know what I mean? So I think as the season goes, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, it's gonna get better
because it gotta get better. I don't think it can get no worse because I don't think should be another game. Saquon don't got at least 15 carries.
It can't get worse.
I don't think it can get that worse, bro.
It can get worse. You know why?
Why?
Because
you actually lost. I don't think
AJ Brown can have one of those T.O. moments.
I don't think he got T.O. in him.
I'm just saying he can though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it can come a point in time where the team gives up and say, man, fuck this shit.
Think about it. You know almost could have won the game with the Hail Mary because both of them got their hands on the ball. Now, you did see
Well, it
Surtain come from the orange glove, but it shouldn't have came to that
because we had a penalty that we should have been first and goal that they didn't want to give us on Dallas Goedert right there on.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But they didn't want to give that because that would have been tush push time and can't nobody stop it. You feel me?
But I think
it's
I think the biggest penalty was the Braun penalty when he jumped on dude at the end of the game.
Well, it shouldn't have came to that though, D. Like we were talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? They had an intentional grounding that they threw the flag on and picked it up. So it was a lot of suspect calls in that game to go along with me saying that, look, man, our offense is better than to not score anything in the half. Come on, bro. Like, I understand that, I say.
They scored more points in the fourth quarter than y'all scored in the game. Y'all scored 17, they scored 18 points in the fourth quarter. That's ridiculous.
That's my point.
So I think it's more like you said. I still think it falls back on the play call and getting more continuity and understanding on how what identity you want to have.
Then you didn't play anybody in the preseason, so you weren't learning anything because you weren't using none of the starters to get that gelling going on. Yeah. So it's gonna know
how to call.
So we probably won't gel and really get in the groove
of your schedule
and start playing better. Until about week 8.
Because that's when y'all get to the Chargers.
Well, actually, it's gonna be before then because after this week we got Green Bay and the Lions.
Then the Chargers, all of them in that same in the Bears, all of them in the same little line.
To be honest, now. No, we'll get. I'm not gonna look that far. I'm not gonna look.
And finally, we'll go. Drake May leads the Patriots to give the Buffalo Bills their first loss, 23-20, ending all undefeated teams this season.
Which one was the biggest upset for you?
When it comes, I would say NFL. I would say.
Now
I'm gonna say the Patriots. Patriots over the Bills.
Well, to be honest,
the Bills is you had them number one in the AFC.
But see, my thing is this: I was asking you that because I can see, regardless of how we lost, the Broncos have the number one defense.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say
in the NFL.
You know what I'm saying?
And we have been struggling offensively, so I don't see that as an upset.
No, I don't see it. But only reason I see it as an upset.
I was asking you that because I was thinking about Jacksonville and Kansas City, though. To go in comparison with Buffalo and the Patriots.
Now, the only reason I'm going to say that is that I know we already know Kansas City has been ailing and they're not a full team.
Gotcha.
So that's the only reason I can't call it a true upset because they already have been, not the old Kansas City.
Gotcha.
Now, the only reason I'm calling y'all and the Broncos a little of an upset based on the narrative of the game that y'all were up 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm calling it an upset.
Yeah.
Both teams are even Steven when I'm talking talent, but based on how the narrative of the game, that's why I call that an upset based on that fact and that fact.
We should have beat them fools.
So that's the only reason I said that.
But it's good that we lost because if we did not beat them and we ended up winning again on some BS last minute stuff that we had been doing.
Yeah, because you've been doing it since the Dallas game.
We wouldn't have actually got to the meat of the problem like we supposedly
you had to come
are
to Jesus
now.
Meeting then.
Yeah.
Because you could have had one after the Rams. You know what I mean? But you won the game.
And
you know what I mean?
So
because these games kind of mirror each other, how you were up, allow them to come back.
No, it's more than that. It's just the fact of the matter we only play in a half.
Yeah.
Each game we have played in, we have not played 2 halves.
You just play, and unfortunately, you're playing only the first half. Now, if you play in the second half, you can bring it home. But you play in the first half, getting up, then you let them.
Well, in the Rams game, we didn't play until the second half.
Right. Yeah.
And who else was that? I want to say Dallas.
Dallas, yeah, because
both them games were second half games for us, but the other 2 were first half games.
Right.
So I mean, either way it goes, it's BS. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, man. So like I said, we in the middle of it. We still got a whole bunch of football left, and our next week's matchups will be. I don't know. We got more than this, but these are the notable ones.
I played
Rams, Ravens, noon, Fox. Bucks, Niners, 325 CBS, and Chiefs, Lions, 720 NBC. So I think.
I mean, it was gonna be like that for me anyway because, like I said, I play Thursday night.
Who y'all got Thursday?
The Giants in New York.
See, I think the game would have been better if the receiver, if Malik Nabel was still playing. If they were still playing, I would give New York an actual chance.
I'm still nervous because Jackson Dart is mobile.
Bro, he's on my fantasy team. He throws
That defensive line is legit.
Formidable. I'll agree.
So that's still gonna. I still have stuff I need to work on offensively, and I still have stuff I need to work on defensively. And it's the same shit when it comes to Alabama. I think I need to stop the run better defensively, and that might occur the more my offense starts to gel and get all the bullshit kinks out the way of having more of a balanced attack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only thing I can do is hope that I can make it through this season the way that I want to and get better, and the Dolphins get worse, and I can just say, hey, come on, Mike McDaniels, be my OC over here.
Oh, they gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he gone. You ain't got to worry that.
But that's my only problem. Yeah. I need an OC that has the mind frame to get everybody in the game, like your dude did.
Every enemy.
I would love to have.
I don't think he'll trade over because of the Kansas City thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. But him, somebody like that, you know what I mean? Or,
I wanted him from the jump.
Or if you mess around, can get your boy if they fire him from USC. What's my boy name?
Bill.
Came from Oklahoma. What's it called? Came from Oklahoma.
Oh, you said UNC though.
USC.
Oh, I'm scared of him.
He called offense. I don't give a damn.
But wasn't that Jalen coach in Oklahoma?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay,
he called offense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I said that. You get what I'm saying? Somebody who's already worked with him, know how to get the most. That's who got him in the Heisman. In the Heisman,
it's not
and
the
got
team.
him in the point where they thought of him as a passer was with him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
We're gonna get it together.
And look, think about this. I want to throw this out to you real quick before we wrap, bro. If you go back, do you know how many starting quarterbacks we got from Oklahoma right now playing right now?
It's about 4, ain't it?
Man, it's about 5, 6. Because you got Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel was at Oklahoma?
Yep. Jalen Hurts.
I know Jalen. I know Baker.
Mayfield.
And the boy at Arizona.
Spencer Rattler.
Okay, Spencer. I forgot about him. The boy at Arizona.
Yeah.
Murray.
Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he went there for
You feel what I'm saying? So you got all those quarterbacks who were once Oklahoma starting quarterbacks that's now starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So big ups to Oklahoma. Are they quarterback you? I don't think so. But as we wrap it on up with the things we got out, man, what's going on with the raffling tip, man? What's going on, man?
Oh, man, we got Crown Jewel is going to be going down Saturday morning.
Is it John Cena's final match coming? Or has it happened already?
No, it hasn't happened.
Okay. I know his final match. I know I saw something about
It's coming
that.
up.
Okay.
But no, it's not.
I know I saw something about that.
But yeah, Crown Jewel is about to pop off, and it is going to happen this Saturday morning from Australia, and it's going to be 7 o'clock our time, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Netflix, ESPN?
Yeah, it's
Which one?
ESPN.
ESPN?
Yeah, ESPN.
Okay. So they've started with the ESPN?
I don't think Netflix going to start until
26.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now it's just Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But that's going to be cool because you get the chance to get some wrestling, watch that while you're eating breakfast, and then by the time they get through picking who they going to pick on College game day, wrestling be going off, and then, hey, it's time for that first 11 o'clock game, which is Bama.
That's what's up, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been loving, but I don't like it, I guess, because of my setup. I've been loving it. I've been loving the slates of college football, man, because there's been a lot of double games because I got a double CTV setup. So you've been having to have 2 TVs going on at the same time because they're having double slated games, just like you got y'all and the Ohio State and Illinois games slated at the same time.
Gotcha.
So big ups for that. And I guess that's about it, man. NBA coming up. So I guess we got a couple more weeks of just started with preseason.
Yeah, next time we have the next session that we have, we'll have the NL and the ALC championship game.
Oh, and much love. I did talk my shit, but Yankees did beat us, so got to get at. But they are getting royally spanked.
That's why I wasn't excited.
By Toronto. I know Toronto had them 2-0, and I just saw Batty Daddy went deep again already. So score of that is Toronto 2-1, bottom of the second.
Right.
So that'll be what we got going for that. And that'll be about it, man. And thank y'all for you got, brother.
Nah, that's it, man. Hey. That's it for me.
And as we always say, man, we thank you guys for showing your time. We know you could have been anywhere. We thank you for being here with us.
Appreciate you.
And on behalf of everyone, man, y'all have a good one, and y'all be better.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Them boys, they cutting up.